What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a cute little daisy spring set on my practice hand. I wanted another spring set for display in my nail room. I did 2 spring sets on my other 2 practice hands, but this one still didn't have one. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today because I wanted to keep the nails that I have on. If you want to see that video, I'll link it in the cards. They came out super pretty. I love them. So yeah, right now I'm mixing up a polygel. I have this purple polygel from Saviland called Little Lilac, but it's a little bit dark. I wanted it to be a little lighter. So I'm mixing it with Papercut white polygel. And as you can see, I'm just adding a little bit more because I wanted it to be a little bit lighter than it was. Not too light. I was going for like a really springy look, so I wanted to do like purple and yellow, but the purple was too dark, so I felt like it wasn't gonna look right. So yeah, right now I'm just mixing it together. You just want to make sure you mix it really good. This was a little difficult because the consistency of the polygels were pretty different. Like the Saviland one is a tad bit like soft and it's a little bit more gritty than the Papercut one, and the Papercut one is like really like solid and like a little bit sticky, so when you mix them together it's kind of a weird mix and when you're trying to like pat it in place. But I managed to do it as good as I could. Right now I'm going in with a base gel. Since this is a polygel set, you always want to go in with a base gel after you prep your nails, so that the gel has something to grip onto. I made like a little nail bed on my practice hand with the pink gel, but I'm going in with a base gel because I'm treating it like it's a real person. So yeah, I applied some of that purple polygel all over the nail on this nail. And I guess I didn't stir it really good at first because there was like a little part like up near the top that was like kind of like darker purple. So that's why I was saying make sure you swirl it really good, but it didn't really matter because I'm going to be painting over this nail like with the little flowers and everything. So I said forget it, like I wasn't about to take it off and like do it over again, since yeah, it's getting covered up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'm just patting it in place. I'm actually going to be encapsulating these nails because they were a little bit thin, and just to like make sure the color doesn't like fade or anything. So yeah, I'm just removing that little excess polygel there, but as you can see, that little like marbled spot. But yeah, it is what it is. It's getting covered up anyway. I was like having a hard time kind of like patting the polygel in place, because like I said, the consistency was a bit weird because they're 2 different kinds of polygels. If I mix like Papercut and Papercut polygel, I don't think I would have had that issue. But yeah, I don't think I have a color like that from Papercut. Anyways, on this nail, I'm going to be doing a French nail. So I'm using the color Chrysanthemum from Papercut. It's a really pretty nude shade. I'm literally down to nothing with this polygel. I'm honestly surprised I have anything left because this is one of my favorite nude polygels for doing ombres and like French nails. I feel like it's the perfect shade for like every skin tone. It's from the House of Florist polygel kit. I don't know if it comes like in an individual bottle because I know they started making like bigger bottles, but I'll double check that. So to make the nail bed, you kind of want to use your brush to kind of form it into the shape of a nail bed and then cure it. You can always go in with a hand file to like neaten up the smile line, but I was fine with it the way it was. So now I'm adding the purple to the tip of the nail and just working it up the sides. You always want to make sure you work it up the sides of the nail, all the way up, so that it has that like French nail look. You want to follow the exact smile line that you created, and as you can see with the base gel, the polygel applies a little bit better. That's why I went ahead and added some of it, and it just glided down the nail a lot easier. I will be capping this nail as well since there's like a little bit of a dip between where the nail bed is and then the tip color. Like I said, I was having issues applying the purple polygel, so I decided to just cap it to avoid having to go in with another layer, honestly. And I accidentally did hit that nail in the lamp before curing, so I do end up filing that later on. It's like a little lopsided at the tip, but I do end up like filing that part off before I go to encapsulate them. Now I'm using this color from a cart called Glow Yellow, and I'm applying this to the tip of this nail, and I'm going to be doing an ombre with this color. This color actually glows in the dark, but I'm not really using it for that purpose, but I guess that makes it a little bit better, like that it glows in the dark. But yeah, I really wanted like a nice sunny yellow color, and I felt like this was perfect. And on this nail, I'm doing the whole nail in this one color. When you do the ombre, you want to make sure that you brush the polygel up where the tip and the natural nail meet, so that when you go in with the top color, there's not like a big bump there, because then the colors won't blend well together. And now I'm going in with some base gel on the pinky, because I'm going to be applying some iridescent glitter into the gel just to add like a little something to the set. So I'm applying it right into the gel. You want to make sure the glitters are in the gel really good, so that when you cure them in place, they'll like stay in place. It's just some plain like iridescent glitter, like has a couple different size glitters in it. I'll be sure to link everything down below in my Amazon store. Now I'm going to be taking that same nude shade called Chrysanthemum from a cart, and I'm applying a small bead of that by the nail bed area. And this is the color that I'm going to be using for the ombre. So you want to apply a small bead. You really don't need a lot. So when I start patting it placed, I always start around the cuticle, of course. And then I just blend the polygel where the tip and the natural nail meet, and just blend it right down into the tip color. These two colors blend together really well. If you feel like you added too much, you can always like push the polygel back up. That's what I really like about polygel. You can like move it up or down before you cure and get it how you want it, like without it drying like too fast like with acrylic. So if you're a beginner and you haven't really figured out which one would be best for you, it's always good to like start off with polygel. And if my brush gets too sticky, I am dipping it in a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, because that happens sometimes. Like when you're patting the polygel in place with the base gel, your brush can get like a little bit sticky. So yeah, that's a way to clean it off really quick. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. And now I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate all of the nails. I'm using some Carte Clear Polygel, and my bottle is a little bit hard to squeeze, so I think I got a couple air bubbles trying to squeeze it out. So you're going to see me poking them out with the other end of my brush. The polygel brush has a little scraper tool on the other side, and I usually just poke them out and like continue patting the polygel in place. That's what you could do if you get like an air bubble. And I did add a little too much polygel. It was kind of late at night, so I do end up removing some of it, but I do actually end up using it on the ring fingernail, so that I can kind of build it up a little more, because when I initially went to encapsulate it, it wasn't really thick enough. Like there was still a little dip there, so I had to add more. But yeah, I basically squeeze the polygel right onto the nail, and I always start by the cuticle area and just work side to side all the way down the nail. And just make sure you smooth your nails out, you know, before you cure them in your lamp. Make sure you get them as smooth as possible. This way they're not like all bumpy or anything like that. Usually when I squeeze the rounded end from the bottle, I usually focus that up by the cuticle area to build my apex, so I don't really brush it down much. Just a little bit to blend it into the tip. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I kind of just like shape the sides with my brush and like remove any excess, especially with stilettos. That's the only thing I hate about them. When you're like trying to pat polygel in place, it like kind of builds up at the end and you have to take it off. But yeah, I'm just using base gel as a slip solution, and I'm basically going to do this for all of the nails. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and file the nails. I'm actually using my 2-in-1 e-file and mini lamp from Niceble. That was the lamp I was using during the video, if you're wondering. But yeah, it also has an e-file attached to it, so it's kind of like a portable like e-file slash mini lamp, and it works so good. I love this thing. It's like so like compact and convenient. So yeah, right now I'm just debulking, and I'm using a fine grit safety bit to basically smooth over all the nails. So I'm going around the cuticle. I'm filing like side to side over the nail. I'm filing the side walls underneath the nail, just so that the nails are even all around. You want to check your nail from different angles. You should have that little hill that's your apex. The nail gets gradually thinner towards the free edge, and then the side walls should be the thinnest part of your nail. I'm not going in with a cuticle bit for my practice hand, but usually I do that on myself. But on the practice hand, it doesn't really matter because I usually get the cuticle area down really good with this drill bit. So yeah, I usually debulk first and then I do my shaping, because I like the way the shape comes out better when you do it afterwards, because I feel like it's more like sharp looking and it lasts longer.
Zyeq.
Now I'm going to go in with my hand file and do my shaping now. So we're doing stiletto, and as always you want to hold your file at an angle and just file in towards the tip. Stilettos are really easy as long as you don't file on one side for too long. If you file on one side for too long, then it just gets ruined. Because the nails will be like lopsided and uneven. So don't stay on one side for too long. Always like alternate sides. That's what I usually do. Like do the same amount of filing on one side that I do to the other. And always keep checking so that you're not filing off too much, and you just keep like filing in towards the tip until like you're satisfied with how sharp they are. After this, I will be buffing the nails to get out the scratches. Okay, so now we're moving on to the nail art. For the petals for the daisies, I'm going to be using this purple shade from Madame Glam called Vanilla Sky, and this yellow shade for the middle of all the daisies called Clarita. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if I am. But yeah, basically all you need for this is a dotting tool and a detail brush, and like you're good. This is literally like so easy to draw like these flowers, and it looks like you actually tried. So you're going to want to start by using a dotting tool to make 6 little dots, then your detail brush, and kind of like drag the end of the dots into the middle of where like the middle of the flower would be, and it creates like such nice like shaped petals without even trying. Like, look how neat that is. It's so easy to do. So I did cure that, and now I'm just drawing like another flower, and then I'll be going in with like the yellow dots afterwards. I actually have these brushes linked in my Amazon store under nail prep and tools. I love these because they're like dual-ended. One side has a dotting tool and like the other side has a detail brush, and they come in like a set with different size brushes. This one I've had since I've been doing nails. Like, it's my favorite brush. I use this one all the time, so much that it broke and I literally glued it back together. That's how much like I like it. So yeah, I'm doing the same thing on this nail, and after this I'm gonna go in and add the yellow dots. And basically, to add the yellow dots, you're just gonna want to use the other end of your dotting tool and just right in the middle, and you have yourself like a little daisy. As you could see, when you place like the little yellow dot in the middle, it turns right into a flower. I love these. I think they're so cute. I definitely want to do more sets with like different color daisies now that I know how to like draw them like so effortlessly. Like I want to do like a set with like a bunch of them. I think that would be so cute in like different colors. Let me know if you guys would want to see that. So yeah, now that I cured that, I'm actually going to top coat all the nails and apply some bling into the gel. I'm just going to place it right into the gel for this set since it's a fake hand. But if you were doing this on yourself, definitely use like a rhinestone gel or bling gel or something like that so they last longer. On the pointer finger, the little dot kind of like started to run a little bit, I guess, after I wiped some of it away. So I did actually go in and redo the dot on that one because it was kind of bothering me, like the one in the middle. And then I did go in and top coat again and add some more cuticle bling. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this set. I hope you guys like it. I think it's a really cute little spring set. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're new to the channel, I would love it if you subscribe because I post nail tutorials and reviews every week, so you definitely don't want to miss out. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so you do get notified when I upload a video. And if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do that so we can stay connected on there. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Love you guys.